right. I'm Steve Hubbard, and I've been talking. Not really. All right, we're about to be talking. So, Ria, do you want to share your screen, and then we'll probably hand it over, and most of the screen sharing will probably be yourself, Tim. So, but we'll talk through maybe Ria's screen first, and just open Basecamp up to Tim's project, Ria, just so we'll fly through what we're um, So
Yep,
I,
this
I
one.
thought it's probably a long time, Tim. We certainly don't have to go back over the model because you've been pounded by the model of late, having come across. I think you would have seen it 3 times in a row. So you're clear. You're well and truly clear on what we do, right? So you understand that. So we don't need to tell you that. But
yeah, definitely.
So basically, the intent of the session is it's kind of an abridged session because we know you, you know us, you've entrusted us to do the best job we can for you. So effectively, the intent today is mainly just to set everything up so that we can at least drive your Beantalking channels, so that we can do certain agreed posts, so that you get that habit, whether you're whether you're sleeping or working too hard or whatever it is, you know that habit will happen because Rhea and I will be onto it, right? So to do that, we need to set up and just make sure that they're set up properly in the first place. So we'll look at that and we'll zhuzh where zhuzhing is necessary. Although once we've got keys, then that's something that Ria can do post meeting as well. But we will do 80% of the zhuzh in this session, and we will also make sure that we've got real good connectivity. And we'll write. There's no shortcuts. I think I said to you last time. As far as I'm concerned, this is a client project for Ria. Just so happens that you and I are both the client, but we will treat this like we would treat anybody else that we work with. So we'll do a write up at the end of the day that just explains what we've done and explains what we mean to do moving forward. So Ria, what I'll get you to do is just scroll down a little bit. So the first part of any session is always just the setup. So that's what we're going to do to start with. And you probably would have seen, and I already know that you have it, but we just made a note that you need that square image that we're going to use on your socials, which is great because it's the little animated Tim Beanland. That's your logo. We've got a landscape photo that you already have as well, and if that's the one we're using, again, good photo. I think you changed that last time. Unless you want to change it to anything different, that's also more than adequate for what we would probably need today. We might have to resize it on some things, but it should be okay, I think. Were you thinking you would just stick with what you've got cover-wise?
Yeah, I'd like to when made after the big takeaway from that was the podcast. Even the business is based around the people that I interview rather than me. So yeah. I kind of got got 4 of the better interviews, obviously, before the interview I did with you, and then photos of those and put that as the banner.
No need to be apologetic, mate. So, I get more than enough limelight. Don't you worry about that. Ria makes sure of that.
Good.
Yeah, so and you'll be able to access, as I said, the good thing for us is knowing that when we're working with people like yourself, that with some of the issues that we can have otherwise, we're not going to have today. So just scrolling a little bit further, Ria, maybe just where it's got open Basecamp, just put that at the top, and then we'll just see the rest of you stay there. So that reminds me straight away, I will share the Dropbox with you. So I'll just do that. In fact, you could probably do that because I'm recording from your screen. Ria, I'll get you to go to your folder, or you could probably, because I think you've got Dropbox online. So however you would want to go to Dropbox, and just click on Tim's folder and just go share. Yeah, click share on that one. Is that going to share folder, or is that going to share? Yeah, it looks like it's going to share folder. Yep, it's good. Yeah, and so you just put in. Is it Tim at?
Yeah, Tim at Beantalking, bean.com.au.
Yeah. and then if you want to put a little message, the little message I normally put in here is just for sharing images and files. So it just avoids us having to double handle, and that's probably all you need to write, Ria. But the purpose of having a Dropbox, we can pick it up from the Dropbox and put it straight into the scheduler. It just saves us having to double handle things. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did that work? Yep. Looking good.
Yeah.
So we'll go back to Basecamp again. And as I said, then basically, so we're going to have a look at your LinkedIn company, Facebook page, Instagram, Twitter. Below that is Google My Business and YouTube. And we'll put it all in a Hootsuite so that we can share it. We'll just use the free Hootsuite so that we're able to share from there for you. So really, you can probably stop that. Sorry, well, just scrolling down. I think I actually did preempt a couple of things here. So if you scroll down, because we will almost be giving you a prescriptive planning and management. I already put in here, the reasons why we do our particular model, which are up the top there, which is about protecting and differentiating, being top of mind, and growing the business, right? That's the 4 objectives that we're aiming to do. So we'll talk to you we'll just have a look at your Facebook Ads Manager to make sure that's set up correctly. And then scrolling down a little bit further, and we will look at a saved audience for you as well, right? We'll do saved audience and pixels if you haven't already done that. If you have done that, we'll give you feedback on that stuff and make sure that it's a new one. And we'll just scroll a little bit further down, Ria, and then realistically is what are we going to say? I've just suggested that what we would say is basically the most recent podcast, a retro / early podcast, and then a Diffie podcast would just be the scheduling each week across the 3 main channels. Does that sound okay, Tim? Yeah.
Yep.
Perfect. All right. So, and then, so we will probably be flying through this because even though you are technically adept, and even though there's certain things that we will do after the session, normally this session we're packing into 2 hours, what often takes up to 5 hours, right? So we are going to be motoring. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, no, I guess, yeah. Given both backgrounds, yeah, we'll be able to fly through some stuff that would otherwise need explained.
We are recording it. Not that we'll probably go back and spend too much time on it, but we will have that there. And then clearly, if there's any questions or feedback after the day, or generally speaking, the first few weeks is usually, when we do spend a bit of time on that. So you can probably stop sharing at your end now, Ria. And then I might ask you if you can, Tim, to share from your end. And I just want you to open up. You can start by opening up maybe the website and or the Spotify. What you see the main content holders are in the first instance.
Yeah, sure thing. Share.
Yeah, share, and you'll be able to pick which screen you share from, I think, too.
Yeah, there we go. Well, first of all, I still need to get my website done.
Okay, so that's okay. So at the moment, we're gonna. What's the main?
It's turning.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, so I was just going to say it's turning into a university assignment that I'm just putting off.
Yeah.
So
maybe for now, let's open up a new window. So we will create a new sort of social media window instead. So just rather than a new tab, can we just open a completely new window? Is that be all right?
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. New window.
Cool. And so maybe should we use your Spotify site?
Yeah, so there's Spotify, which would be where I'm sort of drawing listeners back to.
Yeah.
That and iTunes.
So let's open that and iTunes for now.
And then there's
and then the rest, in a way, YouTube's going to become a bit of the same sort of thing as these two, just so you know. It becomes another thing that you can house content on.
Yeah.
So particularly with what we're doing, it makes more sense for us to have it on a YouTube link. But we'll open that secondary, so I don't need to open it now. I saw you had it. It's clearly something you use a bit of, right? So
Yeah.
you can keep it open. But the next one I wanted you to open, if you haven't been there already, but can I get you to open Basecamp? What Tim had before? Oh, sorry, what Ria had before?
Yep, sure thing.
And that's the perfect way to do it. Is go via your Gmail. Good work. I like it. You can probably
Is that
drop your Gmail all the way to drag it all the way to the left of screen. Yeah.
yep.
You've opened the Dropbox, so yeah,
The Dropbox.
you can open
Right.
Dropbox, but yeah, go in there. You should find Basecamp, even if you search up the top and see how it's got you a sent a message and it say view this on Basecamp. If you've been
Yep.
to Basecamp, you should be able to go straight into Basecamp from here, right? So
Cool.
It might say down the bottom as well.
Down the bottom.
and just so you know, if you ever want to get something so it goes into Basecamp, all you do is reply to a message and it automatically puts it into Basecamp. But
No, is that it?
yeah, so have you signed in before? So
Sorry.
what is this the first time you've gone in?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so let's go in now. So let's
Yeah.
put in your Tim at email. That's what you use to be invited, and then you could create a password if you want. I would just suggest you might want to use the same password as we're using for your project. Right? What's that saying?
Yep.
Is that saying it's okay? So
Couldn't find your username.
Tim at, that's the one we've done for you. So maybe you need to sign up first rather than sign. If the first time you might need to
Yeah.
go to, you know what you'll have to do? You'll have to find the invite email and click through on the invite email, which
Yeah.
would be the first time, right? So it's probably before that one even. So the first one that I ever sent to you from Basecamp. So the first time I was sending things to you, we didn't actually have a project.
Here we go.
Yeah, that'll be it. You've been invited.
This one here. Yeah. And then
Is it the first message? Somewhere in there should be a little click on. Otherwise, I might
little
re-invite
click.
you.
Yep. Commented on Basecamp.
Yeah, so it's not that one. It's actually called your project. So that one there is when I included you in the yellow press release stuff. So it'll actually be
Yep.
if you put Basecamp Bean Talking, it should come up. Although the problem is it's probably bringing up those other ones as well. Hang on.
You've been added here. This one here.
Yeah, you've been added. That's
That
the one.
looks
Yeah, click on that. Yep. And then yeah, it'll sign in. You say make a new login because otherwise you could pick just pick your Tim at. That's the one you've been invited to use.
Yeah.
And what I was going to say, if you wanted to, you could use the capital B, so beat capital B E A capital T beat.
Oh yeah.
Then 200831. I don't know if you want to write it down, or I can put it in the chat if you like on here. If that's, although I know you
Yeah.
might have to
Yeah.
go, how the hell am
Great.
I going to find that on chat? Because you need to go back to whereby, but I'll type it in for you just so you have it, right? Beat.
So sorry. Capital B E
31.
A. Yeah.
Well, actually, you know what, Tim? For this part, I mean, you just use one that you would use normally for your own social or for other things that you're comfortable that you can remember.
Yep.
You don't actually have to use the
Yeah.
project one for this. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. We'll do. I'm happy to share that password to you anyway as well.
Yeah, we'll allocate you a password for this if just because there's a couple of things we'll need shared access to, but most things you'll be signing in as you normally would, just as the admin or the owner. There we go. Awesome. All right. So that's
Cool.
that's where we want that. So
Done.
probably drag that one at the moment to the left of the YouTube channel, because that's where you're going to be going back and forth to. So drag it to the left of YouTube, which is on the right hand side, and you can drag Dropbox. Sorry, I'm a bit anal just because we're going to be opening up quite a lot of channels. So you can drag, yeah. So you can drag
That's all right. That's all right. That's cool.
yeah. You can drag Dropbox all the way to the left. You're probably not going to need that now once you've signed it. Once you get there later. So so then the next tab I'll get you to open is that's interesting how that comes up. Tim Beanland. Click on that, Tim. Just click on the top link. That's very weird because that's that. Okay. Just go up the top. Where's projects? So is there projects up the top where it says new stuff and projects? Yep, there it is. There you are. Now click in there. That's the one I want you to be on. All right, that's your project. Perfect. All right. And so if you click on then the main link under discussions, it's got the checklist, and then you'll see what Ria was sharing before. The top one. Yep. Click on that.
Yep.
And then down below, I'll just get you to type in this password so that you'll use it later, right?
Yep.
In actual fact, the good thing is, yeah, so it'll just be it's your project, which is a capital B and then an E and then an A and then a capital T, and then it's the 200831, and perhaps we go exclamation, right? But you won't. I don't know if there's a gap there, or if it's just my screen, but it'll be all one word as a password, right? That's how we use it.
Or one.
So yeah, when we use that as a password, you'll do it, and you've already done that. So yeah, all right. So and this will also be your cut and paste box today, right? So you're going to be cutting and pasting quite a bit of stuff in here, just so you know. All right. So the next thing, so you don't need to send that until the end of the day. Just make sure we send it by the time we hang up, right? So let's go now to the next tab on the right hand side. I'll get you to open up your LinkedIn on the right hand side there. Yep, beautiful. So you got a shortcut in the middle, and then just drag that to the left of YouTube, and then we'll open up Facebook. Yeah, drag that to the left of YouTube. In fact, while we're worried about it at the end, just open up Instagram next. Yeah, and then we'll do Twitter. And then just go to Google. And so just click on your 9 dots next to Tim's, your photo on the right, the 9 dots there.
These ones, yep.
On any of these, do you have a Google My Business at this stage? So you click on that My Business. Yeah.
Yeah, I registered and I got a bit of paper in the mail.
Okay, let's have a look at this. Yeah.
But then I
just go
I didn't
sign
action
in.
any of it.
Go manage now or sign in. Yeah. There it is. Cool. Okay, good. Okay, so just click on Get Started, but that's all we need to have open, and then you can drag your YouTube channel to the right of everything else. All right, well that's a good start for us. So I'm going to just so maybe what we do is work our way back, because as I said, we just want to make sure we can access this stuff. So let's go here at the bottom left. You'll see users on the left hand side above create an ad.
Sorry, which this.
So you're on YouTube. You're on the left hand column.
Oh, hang on, that's interesting. So it's diverted to. So see, I've got like timmanland1@gmail.com.
Yeah.
and then this email.
Yeah,
But
that's okay. So we're
why is the Google?
but this is
That's interesting.
yeah. So just where you were, we'll talk through that. So we'll go back because effectively it's
Okay.
probably been set up
I'll go back.
correctly. It looks like it's been set up as a brand. So where are we?
Yeah, sorry. Here we go. Yeah.
So
So
maybe
like you've
close
been
those.
talking's there, but
Yeah, just
close
close
these
those
two.
other ones for now. Yeah. And as you said, that's quite common. So if you go, just so you know, if you go on the right-hand side and you click on that handsome man on your icon, no, so not there.
Yep.
So just close that for now. Just on your, so you can actually see these, what you actually manage. So click on that,
Yep.
and actually settings. No, that's all right. No, we'll leave it for now. I thought it was going. Your settings are different on YouTube than they are on Google My Business. So we've gone to Google My Business now. Right, so let's do Google My Business first because it does say Beantalking. So let's go users here down bottom left.
Yep.
As you've said, did it say you've verified or no? But anyway, for now, let's just add in Steve at Diffie Social and Ria
Yep.
at Diffie Social. And my picture should come up and you just click on my picture and you just give us a manager role. .com.au, yeah. There is. Yeah, and then similarly with Ria, you can just go Ria at.
Should I add my my other email?
Yeah, you should because that way it doesn't matter which one you signed into as.
Yeah.
You just need to go and confirm it as that other email as well, right? Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, and just go invite. And then Ria, we need to go and accept that invite now. Just find that on your you'll get an email that comes through.
There we are.
And then you'll get an email, Tim, that tells you that you've now got Ria and Steve, once I receive mine, managing.
Yeah, and that'll be on this email.
Here it is.
Yeah. There we go.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah,
so
I
now
don't
we've got
know.
access to that. What I'll get you to do is go to YouTube and do the same thing there.
Yep. Yeah, so my YouTube channel is again a different email.
Yeah, so YouTube, I reckon will be okay. Just go. I just want to see here. This is where I can see it. So you go settings when you just do what you just did then. So this is clearly your business, right? So just click on your top right, where it's got. So click on your top right hand corner and your icon there, and go to settings. Top right, no, top right with your little icon picture, and then go settings, and you'll see what your accounts are. So down below, in the sort of halfway there, and see here it says. Firstly, what you might want to look at is in the middle there, does it say create or view channel? What does it say in the middle part section? It's got edit on Google, but then it's got what's the three icon? What do the three things say below that?
Yeah, so this says channel status and features, create a new channel.
Yeah, can I get you to click on create a new channel just to see what happens when I just want to see what channels you have.
Yep.
Okay, no, that's not going to do it. I think what is you have here, so go back again. So just go back. Yeah, and click on, instead of being in as Tim, this being as your real self. You know, your other Tim.
Yeah.
Up the top right hand corner. Yeah, and go. So that guy. Yeah. Click on him, and then look at his settings. Add or manage your channels. See that one? Add or manage, right? So clearly I would say you've got access already. So yeah, so at the moment you haven't given this fella access either, right? So it doesn't show you as having a brand channel. You've just set up a brand channel independently. So let's go back to your brand channel, and the first thing you do is give yourself ownership, and then you make it that you have. So click on that. So Beantalking, yep, click in there. And then, so you should be able to add users or no? You know what? I reckon you've created this as a person, not a brand.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah.
Because that,
which becomes slightly. So go. So and you've created it using Tim at so your Gmail address, right?
Yeah.
I don't think this has been created yet. So it's sort of problematic in that we can't do anything for you on here. But
Okay.
now, given how many videos you've uploaded, the reality is, just so you know, I would really recommend that in future you create your brand account using the other fella.
Yeah.
So your channel. So at the moment, see how if you go to the other fella, right?
Yeah.
So it looks like you actually have another channel, do you? What's that other one? So
yeah. This one.
Yeah. So again, you've probably set them all up as people instead of setting them up as brands.
Yeah.
Okay, which is you just keep using different emails, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we won't do that in future. What we'd do for you, because if you ever, I mean, you are your brand. For now, I'm going to put this in the too hard basket because we don't really need to manage your YouTube, but we do need to take content off it. So I'll get you to go back to your channel, which is your Beantalking, and you've got 21 subscribers. And let's see what we can do on this. So what I'll get you to do is go your channel up the top right, and just click on your channel, and so that we actually see your channel. No, sorry, on the right. Yep, and then go your channel. Yep, and we go customize channel. And then that little wheel that's sitting underneath the blank channel art, you click on that. And that privacy, turn the top two so that they're not private. You don't care if people know who you're subscribed to when you're a public channel. So both of those two can come off. Yeah, and then just go save. And then we go to add. So if you've got your cover image, you just go add channel art or the pencil or there. Yep.
I think I do have one. Hang on.
Yeah, so you just need to put it's an oversized version of your cover image. Basically, you need a large version of it. You know what,
Yeah,
Tim?
I don't have.
Tim, for now, you know what would be quite good? I just saw there's a big picture where you've got the two mics in front of you, where you look at you, where you basically, if I was talking just to you, where is it? That one, there's one that's got sort of makes you a bit like a movie star. It's up higher. See that guy? See the guy on the third from the top left?
Top left.
You've come down now, so yeah, it's basically it's in the middle there. The guy that so you look like you're on a bit of film. That would make is that a video?
Yeah,
It's an
I think
MP4.
it's a video. Yeah,
Okay.
like this one here, or this one.
Yeah, that's the one I thought. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
It's going to be too small probably, but you'll see
Yeah, I don't
you can
think
just quickly
don't need.
resize it. See the size is 2500, so just duplicate it and resize it to 2500 1440 by 1440.
Okay. Do I?
Actually, so that you can get on with things, just go to Basecamp and put that photo into Basecamp, and I'll resize it for you.
How do I do that?
So
Sorry.
go to Basecamp.
Wait, wait.
Oh no,
Okay.
not that Basecamp. The one that you already signed in. So you can close this
Yep.
one. Yep. And then see if you go up to the top again, scroll all the way up to the top. Yeah, all the way. And we're just going to go, there's a part where you can just add files. So click on Beantalking with Peak Performers, the hyperlink. Yep. Click on that. Yeah, the hyperlink, Beat 2008, Beantalking with Peak Performers. That's it.
Yeah, this one. This
Yep.
one here.
Yep.
Yep.
And then see how it's got new file? Just
Add
click
files,
on
yep.
new file. It's sort of on the left-hand side. And just select a file, and you'll just go and find that file that you that photo that you just had. Yeah.
Yep.
I reckon we do make you the hero for now, right? Do you like that image? I love that image.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great image of you, right?
Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah.
It's better than not bad. So now you can just go add file, and I'll get it, and then I'll get you to go back to where that comment thing was, and and then I can do a couple other things while you're doing. Well, I'm going to instruct you what else you can do. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So now, yeah, just click back up the top, go back into the hyperlink. So right up so back into your Basecamp. Sorry, go back to Basecamp and just go back into the checklist so that you can and click back into your comment part. Yep, checklist. And then we know that your other information. If you click back into that box, that password should still be there.
Yeah. See you
And
now.
just so we can add one other thing, so we know that what we're doing here, just click on your YouTube channel and copy the URL, so we know that we'll just write that it's a YouTube. So up the top, see how so go to your URL bar.
Yep.
Just copy
This one,
that.
or do I want to go back?
Your
Or do I want to
channel.
do my channel one?
Yeah, just copy your channel. Yeah. And just paste that into Basecamp for us, so we know we won't ever miss it. Yeah, and then go back to YouTube, and then I'll just get you to go to the about information. So if you go to the top right hand and you go on that you go to about, it should let you do it. I'll get you to start putting in your email and stuff while I just resize this photo, right?
Mm-hmm. And
You having fun yet, Ria?
Oh yeah, it's a learning experience.
Sometimes the reason when we go backwards, uh, it just means we get access to everything early, and so then we kind of know we can fix stuff later if we need to. So it's not a bad way to go. Is just to get on everything to start with, and then as I said, if we run out of time, at least we know we're on, and we can probably fix it later.
Oh, you're frozen.
Clearly, it can't be that. Well, it's not a big image, but for some reason, my computer's struggling to download it. But I did save it anyway, so
Yeah, it wasn't. It was only about.
it's only 350 or so, 450.
I mean, the other option I do have is there was this one, which was part of the older branding that didn't have other people's pictures, but it was sized for YouTube.
Yeah, I just don't like it. It's not real. It's just it's just great print and folder and that sort of stuff. But I just don't. Yeah, I just don't like it. Yeah, Ria's aware of my stance around some of those things.
Yeah, good. Thank you for that. Yeah,
it's not that I don't like it. As in, it's not that it's not. The point is, it's good, but it's just not good for socials. That's all.
Yeah, correct. It lacks the personality. I agree.
Yeah. So, all right. It's just my computer's a little bit clunky at the moment, so bear with me. I will have this back to you in a second. In the end, I finished up saving it twice by the looks. All right, resize. What is that size? What was that sizing? Did you see?
Yep. So 2,560 by 1440.
Okay. Oh, this is your actual picture is clearly that exact ratio, virtually.
Oh,
which is funny. So it's the right ratio. It's just
yeah.
it's just a lot smaller. That's all. So hopefully it creates a 3 meg photo instead of a. What the heck? So bizarre. Anyway. Yeah. All right, I'm almost there, but my computer is very clunky.
All good.
Initially it just came through as a web file. I'm thinking that's weird. Anyway, now it's not. I'm going to I'm going to just add the resized one for you, which you'll be able to get in a second. So Ria, this is good on a so the reason Basecamp is actually good where we can just transfer stuff across pretty quickly, relatively quickly, with Basecamp. So you don't need to see. So if you go back to Basecamp now, Tim, you'll be able to download a 3 meg YouTube copy of yourself.
Yep.
Which is probably going to be.
Copy. There we go.
I like that photo a lot. What do you think, Ria? I think it's a good photo.
I reckon it's good. I like the title with all the microphones.
All the microphones, yeah.
Right. It looks like you're a
politician. Yeah, what's interesting, I bought the answering some tough questions.
Now, you probably just adjust the crop.
On TV.
See how much you can get yourself, and get the headphones and some eyes. So just make it smaller, and then square it up. Yeah. and just so you got eyes and mouth, probably. YouTube is a tricky one to size perfectly, and I'm sure you know this, but no one is ever going to look at it other than you, probably.
Yeah,
And
right.
it does that window is slightly bigger than it says, so you can go with that. I reckon get your eyes and your headphones, and then you're looking pretty good. It'll look okay on most things. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fine.
Perfect. Yep. Save that. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And that's probably all we need to do for the now on that. Except that we need to add Ria. Oh no, we said we can't add you and I. So what we'll need to do, just remind me though, is to come back here to add all your links in, right? So we're going to do that at the end. So next, go to Google My Business next, where you have added this on the to the left of this now. It's so so you can close that because you've done that, and we've already accepted, and just go hit home for us. It looks like you haven't verified.
Yeah.
So see what happens if you go verify now, because it may well just be that you could have some other options now, or if it still needs a postcode. No, it's going to ask you, so you're going to have to do your address again.
Yeah, I did get the card sent out to me.
Yeah.
I just don't.
If you didn't
remember
verify
where
it, if you haven't
should I
verified in a reasonable amount of time, then it's probably time to do it again anyway.
Yeah, because I reckon I came and did this straight after our meeting back in January. So
no worries.
Yeah, no, that happened with mine as well.
Yeah.
I got the postcode, but it's telling me to verify my address again.
Really?
Yeah, so I've sent out another one.
Just knock off the auto scheduling sometimes. So you know how it tries to be predictive? Just get rid of the predictive stuff if it's not letting you go. Okay, that's good. Yeah, there you go. Put your contact name in there clearly, and just hit mail.
Yep. Mail, sweet. All right. Yeah.
And
So
then, as you did with YouTube, I'll just get you to go. So let's go continue. We know we've done that now. Given that it's not verified, you could probably do this stuff later once it is verified. But you can do it now. It's fine. But yeah, and just give yourself office hours.
Yep.
Make sure people back off. They don't come too hard at you at 10 o'clock at night.
Oh, that's 5 a.m.
Or when we're playing hockey on a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, gee whiz.
Gee whiz. That's an old person saying. It must be
gee whiz.
Gee whiz, Ria.
It's a country thing.
Gee whiz.
I'm being recorded.
That's right. It's a bit of a quieter week for you this week, Ria. You've been able to sort of go back to the backbenches a little bit after last week.
That's right. Yes, last week there was a lot.
I'll do that later.
Yeah, just go back. All right, while we're in here though, Tim, why don't you instead of going add photos, you probably haven't done covers and stuff. So instead of go add photo, just go back and we'll put in your logo and the picture we just used. Are you happy for us? I reckon I would strongly encourage you to be the hero for now.
Okay.
You be the hero. Let's face it. Just go skip. You should do this, but because we've got access, we can do this. So we will come back to it if we've got time, right?
Yeah. All right. So just skip for now.
Skip for now. Yeah. Yep. Continue. Yeah. But while we're here, see how it's got the add logo on the right. On the right, it says add logo. Just slightly down. Yep. Just put your animated Timbo in there.
Yep. Got it.
You don't need to verify. Just see at the bottom, it's got logo, choose photo. Yep.
Just that one.
Yep.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Which one do you reckon? For consistency, why don't you go with your green square, which is on the fourth from the right? Oh, that
this
one
here.
because that's the same as your background photo. on your print, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping, in a way, if that's not already on the other ones, is this should be the standard one for all of them. Where you can, you probably bring it. I know that looks good. Yeah, although you might want to bring it closer than that, just so that
What do you reckon?
yeah, just so that it's kind of more. The good thing is your face is kind of your name anyway. But yeah, let's just go with that. That looks
Yeah,
good.
that's fine.
Maybe
So,
before you go, and if you haven't,
Oop.
and you've done it, that's all right. All I was going to say is you could add the caption just to say "been talking with," but that's all right. Let's go. I don't know if you can do that once you've already saved it, but you might be able to. Just click on it. Just just click on it again.
Interesting.
If,
Yeah.
yeah. All right. Just go back. Don't worry.
All right.
This time when you go do the cover though, so click on cover as well. Put in that cover. I think you could probably use the YouTube one for all of them because
Yep.
it's a bigger, it's a bigger image, so it'll probably be work just as well on everything.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not too big. Once you get into sort of 4 and 5 megs, they become too big. There you go. Sweet. All right. So we've copied that URL. We've added me and Ria, and we've got a postcard on its way.
So,
All right. So let's do now your Twitter. Let's go to Twitter. And let's go where it says profile.
yeah. Profile. Sorry.
Yeah.
Don't judge me for following Donald. I'd follow him more for the comedy of it.
Yeah. I think I follow him too. Don't worry. So let's go edit profile.
Yep.
And let's change it now. Let's put in the new one that we're going to use across everything. Yeah, actually, Twitter is the only one that's a long and skinny. All the rest, you'll be right. But yeah, that is the skinniest. Let's update your other logo too. Let's go with green on everything. You know what? Having said that, I reckon the Bean Talking one is better because it says the
Yeah.
name. I think maybe let's go back to Google and let's swap that over. Let's put the black one because without the Bean Talking overview. Just think for your socials, it's probably a stronger one because you can read it easier.
Yeah.
Yep, let's go with that. And this time, go Bean Talking logo. So when you can bring it out, so in other words, put a caption on it because it becomes searchable, right? So just go Bean Talking with Peak Performers logo. Yep, that's it. And then save. I think that's the one you have on YouTube as well, right? Yep. So,
Yeah.
all right. Then let's go back to Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll go, for now, all I want to do is go back to profile actually go more on the left-hand side, sorry, more. And then I'll get you to make sure your analytics are on. Just turn analytics on. So click on that. Oh, go back. Click again. That's weird. This side can't be seen. That's too weird. Go back.
Yeah, man, it's been doing this to Google Ads, especially. Like if I click on a Google ad, it'll take me to.
All I want to see that it's
like,
turned on, but you might have some cookies or something. Maybe I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
What's the actual URL? Hang on. Don't believe I just paste the URL in.
No.
Strange.
Let's see if what we can do. Once we can sign in, I can see if it's a problem for us as well. So, but now just go more, and let's go settings and privacy. And you know the Bean Talking.
Yeah.
Is there a reason why you went with the dot as the username? Was it not available?
Or the underscore. I think it wasn't available. Let's have a look. Yeah.
Because what I'd suggest you do instead of that, I would do Tim underscore Beantalking if it fits. I don't know if it'll fit, that's all. Yeah, so then you get both, right? So maybe that's a better way. What do you think about that? Are you happier to go with that? Just means you might have. Oh, you haven't got a website. You have to worry about updating your fields anyway. But you might on those sort of stuff. But I think that's better, right? Rather than having something. Most people wouldn't put an underscore for between those two words for you. So let's go with what the more natural thing is. You're going to search for Tim, and you're going to search for Beantalking, right? And then it brings it together better.
So just like that.
No, I reckon that. No, I think the underscore works when you break it up like in that way it works. Yeah. So let's just go save with that. Let's grab that. Let's go. Can I get you to update your password, which is somewhere there, maybe? And so just put your current one in. We don't need to know that. But I want you to just copy and paste what we put in Basecamp and just use that other one as a new password for us so that we can access it. Can I get you, Ria, if you're not already, and make sure that see how you've copied the gap behind it. Just I think what happens is it creates an extra character, and the extra character becomes the gap. I've done this. All my guys were going, "Did you change the password?" I'm like, "I don't think so." So
yeah, that's.
So just so you know, it's a common thing that then you're like, "How the heck? What? I thought that's the password."
What's my password? Yeah.
All right. So that's cool. So Ria, you now should be able to sign into that, right? So if you, so now just go back to profile. I think that has updated that. So just go profile, copy the URL up the top, and just paste that into Basecamp for us, Tim. We've got is that YouTube or is that just Google My Business page to copy and that's YouTube, right? Can I get you to copy and paste the business channel for Google as well? Just the top. Just go home and then that's right. I got sidetracked. I went and did your cover photos. Yeah, just hit home and just copy the URL up the top there, and then we know that's what we've got access to. Just can't do anything until once we've got it verified, then we'll give you the map. It'll be the map link that we'll use to get you reviews and that sort of stuff, right? So let's go back now to. I'm going to use Twitter as our short, right? So can I go back to Twitter and I just want to go edit profile and I want to look at the words that you're currently using. Can I get you to go, so edit profile and we're going to do your bio, we're going to update your bio, right? Sorry, no, you just go back to where you were, go back. And just there's an edit profile button, see there? Yep. And I want you to, in front of that, you can even go to Facebook, but I just want you to put the emoji in there, the microphone emoji. So in front of all this, so copy the whole stuff out. Actually, copy it all and paste it into Basecamp, and we'll work from there. You don't need to get it from here, but you can. We use actually Hootsuite's the best one to use, but you probably don't have that yet. I don't reckon that. I go with a microphone that Facebook uses, or LinkedIn, or one of those, because then we know it's actually going to look the same when we paste it into everything. That's what I suggest anyway. But up to you.
There we go. Microphone. I think that's I think it changes depending on the platform that I paste that in.
Yeah, exactly.
That I paste something into.
Yeah, so put it in front of talking. Yeah, and we'll do it in here, right? And I would say Tim Beanland. dash Beantalking, the way you read the brand, Beantalking. To peak performers, or with, isn't it with? You need to be consistent with your with or to, with peak performers, and the capital P and P for peak performers. I think you normally do that, which works
Yeah.
with peak.
I was,
Tim
I
Peak
was
prefer.
guessing.
Yeah, leave that. I think that's right. So that'll look good because I think you've even got on some brand. Tim Beanland, Bean Talking with peak performers. I think you could do full stop in there.
Oh, yeah, after peak.
I think that's the yeah, with peak performers in their field. And then I think you need to tell. Sorry, so then I think you need to tell people what you want them to do. Listen. So you could say listen on. No, so yeah, do it like you're writing a text. Don't create any sort of grammar spacing or anything, right? Well, sorry, grammar's important, but the spacing's not. Listen on. So don't worry about putting your Instagram link in there. We're going to tidy that. So don't put Facebook or Instagram. You want to listen on Spotify or on iTunes, isn't it? Listen on Spotify. Listen to on Spotify.
Both. Yeah.
So listen. So you could say listen to, just to put in the word listen to on. Listen on. I can actually listen on is probably enough. What do you think, Ria? How does the wording sound to you? Listen on Spotify. Listen,
Yeah, I
listen,
reckon. Yeah, listen
listen,
on Spotify.
or iTunes. Is it? Listen
Does
on
iTunes
Spotify.
exist, or is it Apple Music?
Yeah, probably. I mean, have a podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
okay.
good one.
Full stop. Yeah, and then contact Tim. How do you want people to contact you? Mobile? No, you don't need to bring it down. So again, I would put a little. If you want to use an emoji, put a phone number, right? So put the little phone. You know, the iPhone emoji that has all the little apps and stuff, right? And I would say
Cool.
contact Tim by phone, or
There you go.
yeah. So in this case, you could do phone, or you can do or email, right?
I do. I might do email.
Yeah.
I'm better with email.
Contact Tim by phone. Yeah. Probably do lowercase b and lowercase e. And then put your email details in. To inquire. Contact him by email to inquiry. Is that 160? Awesome.
Hang on.
In fact,
Oh,
if it isn't, if
Yeah.
it's so get rid of contact Tim. You can, instead of saying by email, you don't even need to say that. You just have you've already got a little email emoji. You would just say contact Tim. In fact, you might say contact Tim Beanland, because I know you're already there. It's already there. Contact Tim, and then bring because we're not sure how it's going to save on different formats. Always keep everything running in one line. So bring the email up. Yeah, contact Tim to inquire, and maybe have a full stop. Yeah,
inquire.
yeah,
What's it?
yeah. And can I get you to?
I do that every time. It looks like it should be an E.
Yeah.
Yeah. The inquiry, maybe. Okay. Interesting.
So I reckon
It's an E though, surely. No, is that just me?
I would do. You know what? I would, instead of saying contact, you would just say inquiries to Tim, and then you can get rid of that. And then the last thing is the email. Yeah. capital E. I think it's American. I think that's how I would do it. I would do inquiries, capital E.
With an E, yeah.
Capital E, yeah.
Because that's how I see it.
Capital E. Can I just get you to save, and so copy it and then save it? Oh, what's happening there? Get rid of that bottom part, yeah. You know what? Because you have got that little bit extra, so you would just say podcast inquiries too.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
And you don't need the E to be capitalized anymore. So you just go podcast inquiries to Tim. Yep, and then copy all that this time. Yep. And then save. And yeah, drop it into there. Yep. Paste. Yep. Go save. And then now that you have saved that, just go edit profile again. And there was a couple of other things in there, right? So see how you've got Melbourne. That's okay. Website. Can you do before you do a link to a website, can I just get you to drop that same information that you've just copied, then put it into your YouTube and your Google information? So go when you're about there. I think you've got a description, so you probably just paste that whole lot that you've just done there, and because a lot of it will be hidden, probably that's enough, right? That's adequate. So then let's go. Just actually to get a segue between you and I, because you're a private account, can I just get you to do something for me on YouTube? Because whilst we won't be able to do this for you, I want you to connect you and us, right? So go. If you go search up the top and right Diffie Social.
Yeah.
And I'll get you to subscribe to us.
Yeah, I already have, I believe. Yeah.
Okay, so click on the Diffie Social link. And I'll get you to copy our URL and then just go back once you've done that. So go back screen, and then because I might get you to put it as a feature on your channel because it is just you at the moment. It's not a brand, right? So go add feature channels on the right hand side, and so paste our link into that part, and then go add, paste, add on the right hand side, and then save, done. And then right, so where's your can I get you to where's your cover picture gone? Just refresh that. It just probably disappeared.
Yeah.
It probably just hasn't opened, but just refresh. There you are.
There we are.
All right, cool. So let's go back to Twitter again. And now the only reason I wanted you to do that, so Google was the other one where you had some about that you could put in now. Save doing it later. Just go and put it in now, so it's done. I think it's just in info. Actually, you know what? I think in home it tells you complete your about. So if you click on home, and then it'll ask you, you need to give some complete. So add description. That's it. Yeah. And that's good for now. Cool. And then let's go back to Twitter. And now you probably could put the link to Spotify as your website, right? Yeah. Date of birth's good just from a security point of view. So if you haven't already got it, you don't. It looks like you have got it, so maybe you don't need to edit it. Oh no, it doesn't look like you've got it. So just put your day. The year won't be visible. See how it's only visible to you? Yep. Oh, month
Cool.
and date. Yep. Save. Yep.
Yep. Save.
Okay. Confirm. Yeah. All right. So that's good. Let's go to Instagram and do this. I should just refresh that because that's still saying, I know why. I'm just going to edit profile again for me. And you're going to call this Beantalking with Peak Performers. Or so you would write this how it should, how you want people to see it. So you call your. So this isn't your URL. That's right. So I don't think. Do you go with a capital T or not?
Yeah, usually. Let's see.
You need to make a decision. I think I had this conversation with you before. I
Yeah.
thought it's just Beantalking. I think it looks. I think it looks better, and I think on some branding, I've always thought that it just Beantalking with no capital T.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. That's
So that
cool.
way, it's more sentence-like. Yeah.
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
True.
Perfect. Now that looks like a good profile. I'm pretty
Yeah.
pumped with that. So it's good. So let's go to Instagram next, and just go edit profile. We're going to do the same as yours here, right? In a way, so you don't have to worry about you change things, but we're just going to copy and paste what you have as your Twitter. But the only thing is, you're not going to be able to put that email in, right? So
Yeah.
so you're probably just going to have to copy. You can copy it in to see how much you get away with, but just copy the whole. Let's see how short you are, right? So copy that. I reckon you're going to be about 20 characters too much. Just go paste and try saving that, see what it does, right? In fact, you know what the easy thing would be, Tim, is just instead of having straight away, you could get rid of Tim Beanland and you just call it Bean Talking with Peak Performers and get rid of in their field. How does that look? It's a little bit small on my screen, but it's Been Talking with Peak Performers in their field, and then listen on that. Everything else pretty much stays the same, and just go submit. See if that saves that way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So.
perfect. So maybe let's see whether you can squeeze in contact what does it say? Podcasting. So what here we could do is do inquiries to Tim Beanland, right? So that way we get your name in as well. But you don't need to have the podcast because you've already got. Do we have podcast anywhere else? Is it already written somewhere? Yes, it is. See the Apple Podcast. So we don't really need to write it again. So this time do a capital E and just go inquiries to. Yeah, and now try and save it again. Just check that still fits.
Yep.
Perfect. Sweet. Now username. Let's try what we did before. Let's go for consistency. Let's put Tim _ Been Talking. Yep. And at the top, is that Been Talking with capital P,
Yeah.
capital P? That's all the same, yeah, with Peak Performance. Perfect.
Not a capital, but I can
It'd be
change
your
it.
capitals, yeah. Capital P, and then save that again now. Hopefully that'll all save. Yeah, sweet. All right. Is that now reflective in when you click on your icon top right next to the love heart? Can I just get you to copy and paste that URL into Basecamp? Geez, you've got some busy headings up the top there. You are using your Instagram like a website, just so Ria knows. It's not a bad thing when you don't have a website, but it is being used in that way. So it's not how we normally do it. The other thing I'd encourage you to do, Tim, is you're following a lot of people and you've got a relatively equitable amount of following back. Do the same thing on Twitter. So
Start
start
following more
doing the
people.
same thing on the same people. See if you can find them on Twitter. Yeah, just do
Okay.
the same thing. Yeah, that's homework for you. So you could save that there. Let's go back to more on Instagram. Well, it's not on, so we're go back to Instagram, I should say, and in Instagram, go edit profile. Is it edit profile? Yeah. So just for us, so we know, see how it's associated with a different email, but I'm assuming your phone.
Yeah.
Can I just get you to copy that email and copy that phone number into Basecamp so that at least we know? we should be able to easily sign in just using the username. But if there's ever an issue, at least we know it's assigned to a different email than the one we would normally assign it to. Just yeah. Yeah. All right, cool. And then, oh yeah. I'll just get you to go now to, just to back to Instagram and go to settings this time. So go back to you and settings, yeah. And I think it's in settings we do our password. Up the top, it's got change password on the left-hand side. Yeah. So do your old password, and then I'll just get you to do that copy and paste the new one we've got.
Password changed.
Sweet. So then just click on yourself at the top right again. We've already taken a copy of the URL, and then the next one that we're going to do. So in the future, when just what I would recommend, just for the same reasoning, Tim, is those little tiles probably look quite good even on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So you probably can keep doing those little tiles, but they're not as good. So even for me, I would much rather have a photo of you and me, a real photo, right?
As in these ones.
So even that sort of stuff is we would, yeah. So unless you're already creating that, so where you created already, but the problem is that would actually be quite difficult to promote, say something like that, for instance, right?
Yeah.
So I would be much more, you behind the mic, me behind the mic, people, that screenshot like you had where you've got even the Zoom screenshot. That's even that we've got one of them there. It's a bit dark. Try and get the best version you can get where it's just you can, if you need, for sizing reasons, you can put it. I saw one up the top there where you guys were on a Zoom, and then you had it on the green sort of stuff behind it. So I mean that's good when it's in person meetings where you've got a photo of you and me.
Yeah.
Doesn't
But there was
it wasn't as popular, but that may well be for other reasons. So there's these ones. There was one there. Let's scroll down slowly.
Well,
I don't know if it's the third line or the fourth line. So that one there where you've got no, so you leave your comfort zone to build character, right? So that to me, it's still a tile because you've still put in, the information up the top. But what I was thinking, I'm sure there was one that had a strip like that, and then it had the green background. I would prefer, you know, that sort of thing. But anyway, look, they're not. However, I just so you know, I mean, just so we're on the same wavelength. Is that any time we can use a real image, a real clean image, that's what we'd be using, right?
Okay.
So that image with you talking to the mic with nothing on it, I love that, right? The one where you've got the guy over on the one that's also on there. So all those three images I really like, but the one I like the best is the cleanest one, right?
This one here.
Yeah. On Facebook particularly, the algorithm would be a lot better on that, right? Generally. And it's something we could easily promote because people read the post. They don't read the picture, right? Yes, they have to do it on Instagram, but as soon as you put $1 on anything, it really makes it's pointless to make because you get so much more exposure if you don't have graphic on stuff, right? Just so you know. Anyway, so we can get into Instagram, we can get into Twitter. If you're able to, you might want to try that, Ria. But let's go now to Facebook page for us, Tim.
Yep.
Yeah. And I reckon let's go consistent, right? So go edit. If you're happy to, you can always swap back if you don't want to. So that is, from our meeting, that was a good idea, right? For today, let's hero you for a little bit. Let's see what happens, right? Let's make you the hero. Let's face it, half of these people already are they're not dissimilar to me. In fact, I would say some of them are way more about, way more in the public eye than me. And so I reckon let's start making you the hero for a little bit, right? So that people want to get on your show. They're already seeing that you're doing all these tasks for everybody else, right? So let's put you with the mic, just for consistency, and we'll go from there, right? So upload. You might even have it there already. Because realistically, that's the view you're going to get generally when you speak to you, right?
Yeah, especially at the moment.
Yeah. So I'm going to do 3 things because they're the easiest things for me to do, and it's probably good they're the most important things. So just drag yourself down a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. I like it. Yep. You'll get a lot of love for this. Just go save. Yep. You should do anyway. Yeah. And now it'll create a post, and I want you to edit that post and include the details that we've just created. So you can copy and paste, the one we've put behind Twitter. So just refresh that page and go, and then you'll see the post, the new cover post.
Sorry, yeah. Yeah.
So you're on, is the post there? Scroll down. Just need to refresh, I think. It's that a new? Oh, there it is. Yep. So on the right-hand side of that post, does it say edit? Yep.
Okay, so just edit.
Yep. All right. And did you paste that in? So you've already done that.
Yeah, I'm on that now.
Can I get you to tag yourself in that? Put an @ in front of Tim, because you have private. Are you a public Tim or you're a private Tim on Facebook?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So put @ in front of Tim and just tag yourself in. So your mates see you, or you want to do that?
Yeah, it depends on the mood I'm in. I've got I think I turned my tagging off. Yeah, because that's not working. That's okay.
Okay. So have we
I'll
still got the
just leave it.
microphone in there? Just paste again so we get the microphone back in there anyway.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yep. And you can just save that once the description is behind it. Yep. And what you can do is you can like it as the corporate machine Tim Beanland, right? It doesn't hurt if I reckon animated Tim can like whatever he likes, and then be Tim yourself, right? You can like it yourself, but as Tim, I want you to click on that picture, and I want you to. What you could do is basically tag your face, right? It'll do so. So if you click on that photo now, just left click on the photo, yeah, as Tim, and you should be able to tag. I left click, so it brings it up as a photo. Yep, I bring it up as a photo. Yep, there you go. And now run your cursor over. It should run your cursor over your face. It should identify who you are. If it doesn't, you might have to do edit again. And when you edit, you might have to be able to tag it. So then now run your cursor over there. It doesn't want to pick up on you. That's weird. Maybe I have.
There was a thing up in the corner, but I don't know where it's gone.
Was it?
I think it's because I've turned.
I don't think. Yeah, you should be able. You might not be able to tag yourself, but usually you can.
That's okay.
All right. Anyway, people that follow you, hopefully will give that plenty of love. Right. So now we better make sure. So the other thing I wanted to do is that I saw that you didn't have already. So scroll up. So you need to add a call to action button. So add a button. I would take them to your Spotify address. Actually, do you want them to call you or do you want them to contact you? Because if you want them to contact you, you could either have go send a message. Yeah, send a message. Yep, that's probably good enough. Let's go. see your go to your about. So I think that sits. Geez, I dislike this new thing. I think it's edit page info. Oh, there you go. Yep. I want you to go change your name, your page name, right? So is that in this part? Scroll down.
Do you want me to change back to the old Facebook just to make it quicker?
Yeah, you could do. Yeah, that might be good. Go classic. Yeah, go classic. Temporarily switch
There you
back to
go.
classic. Yeah. Just submit, skip. Yeah. All right. All right. So, right now you can on your where it's your story on the right hand side. We've got we're 115. So, can I get you to edit story and you can put your brand picture here if you want, or you can actually put the old picture that you had before, right? So, go with that one your previous
Yeah.
cover. Yeah, yeah. Drag it up. Yeah,
Cool.
and just save down the bottom. Publish. Just so so just go edit and just drag that. So just move your photo on this. It looks like you're too just reposition. There you go. And then you can pop your page. So how username? Can I get you to change your username to Tim_Beantalking? What's that?
It's not available.
Characters that aren't allowed.
The underscore would be it, I think.
Oh yeah. So in this case, what can you have been talking just without the Tim underscore? Probably not, given that you didn't have it before.
No, maybe I just.
Looks like it is.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think there's some cafe in
You know what you can
America
do? What you could do is been talking. And so, what happens if you do with no underscore? Tim been talking. Is that available? Or just go? Or you could actually do the whole lot. Go Tim Beanland underscore Tim Beanland been talking.
The underscore was not making it work last time.
Yeah. So I think if you've got Tim Beanland, so it's your name, been talking. Or you could go the other thing if you don't want to have that is probably enough in there that you could actually go been talking with peak performers if you wanted to. But that would be a long name.
Name works.
So
Because I think. What if it's Tim?
you know what? The normal branding, just so you know, given we're a branding and marketing people, you normally put the business name first. So you go been talking. And in this case, you might say been talking with Tim Beanland rather than
Beantalking Tim.
been talking Tim Beanland. So you do it the other way around. So you go so you put the brand which has been talking and then Tim Beanland second. Yeah. It does look weirder
Cool.
though. I think it actually would sit better in your case to be Tim Beanland been talking. So just because you are
Okay.
because let's face it, it may well finish up having a life of its own, but they can worry about changing the names come that time. I just get rid of that space. I think that's all it is. Yeah. Tim Beanland been talking. Yeah, I think that'll work. That's good. That way, when people that start searching you, you'll come up for both ways. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, cool. That's done. Um, Okay, you're all set. Good. So you can basically now you better copy and paste that so that you've got all your things in there as well. So copy up the top URL or refresh if it needs refreshing. I can't tell. Yeah. So now go back and click on your page, and then you'll get the updated URL.
I'll just go to Facebook.
Go to your Facebook and go to your page shortcut.
Yeah.
And then copy the URL up the top and paste that into Basecamp for us. Okay. All right, so let's go back to Facebook. Just need to add Ria and I on. Are you guys okay to work till 2 o'clock? I reckon we're going to need half an hour at the end, more.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Is that okay with you, Ria? Do you have anything else you're booked for or need to do?
No.
It will be paid, Ria. Don't worry.
Oh.
So, let's go. So add yourself as a team member. You should do that. I think you are Team Beanland. So on the right hand side, it's got team members underneath. There, add yourself as a team on the right hand side. Down, team members.
So yeah, team members. Cool.
Okay, and then I think I can see other accounts and emails and things. Just make sure that they're added. So more info. Where's other? Have you got edit under other accounts? Can I get you to click on the little pencil for edit other accounts?
Sorry.
And for Instagram, oh, what's that? Is that Instagram?
That was just email.
Oh yeah, you've updated your email. Yep. So then do your Instagram. So edit other accounts. Your website, you might.
Yep.
Your website, you might want to. So in there, you just do your Tim underscore Beanland for Instagram. Tim underscore Beantalking. Sorry. And then just go save. In fact, you can copy it and do it for Twitter as well. It hyperlinks to Instagram. It doesn't hyperlink to. It doesn't hyperlink to. It doesn't hyperlink to Twitter. So you just add in the Tim. You just write Tim underscore Beanland. So yeah, add that Tim. So you go back to your pencil next to the edit accounts. So next to Instagram. So where you just were, go back. Yeah, Instagram, there's a pencil on the right-hand side when you run your cursor over it. I just want you to click on that pencil and you'll add another account. Yeah, and this time it's Twitter. Yeah, and just do the same. It doesn't hyperlink, but at least people will know that you have it.
Yeah.
And just save that once you've done it. Yeah. Okay. Oh, by the way, so if you go back to home, so on this one, you click page on the top left.
Sorry.
Page on the left-hand side, yep. And now just copy the URL and not only paste it, you can paste that into your YouTube as well, so that it becomes a link too. In fact, a lot of these ones we possibly will add. So see down the bottom, it's got links. Go add links.
Yep.
The first link you're going to put in there, call it Facebook. So add, go add.
Yep.
Hello, yeah, keep 5. Just go add, type Facebook.
Yep.
And then just paste. And then add again. Go back, go pencil. Pencil on the right-hand side. Yeah. And go add. And go Spotify next. Go Spotify because your website's your next most important thing. Close those Google My Businesses later. Yep. So put in Spotify and just paste, and then go add Instagram. And just copy the URL. It'll create icons for you up in the top, so it becomes a really good landing page for you. And then Twitter. Yeah, then paste. And the next one we're going to do is LinkedIn, but I reckon we do private LinkedIn. So you'll do your own LinkedIn here. So do Tim. So LinkedIn, you type in LinkedIn. For now, I wouldn't do the company. I'd do your as a person for now, just because I think that's going to be the more powerful for you. But Beantalking, we will create. Click on that. Yeah, for now, let's just do you, and then we'll come back and decide whether we put the company instead. But for now, let's do you. So put that back in there, and while you've just pasted it, you may as well paste that into Basecamp as well, given you've just done it.
Yep.
So you've done that on Basecamp, or you can go done on YouTube. You can hit done, because now that'll put them in. Be interested to see what it looks like. Yeah. So just head back to YouTube for me if you haven't already. I think I've got a lag on. Yep, and just scroll up the top so we can see what it looks like in your cover.
Sorry.
So scroll up into your channel. Or maybe just click on your top right and go your channel.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You see you got those icons in there now?
Yeah, that's what I've done. Yeah.
Yes, that's great. Okay, sweet. All right, so that's looking
that's cool.
really good. So it's pretty cool, like you said. Yep, and that becomes a really good landing page for you to point people to, right? Yep. Then what we'll go to is Facebook. We need to add Ria and myself on Facebook. You and I would already be friends, so we should be able to easily be found. So click on Facebook, but just go to settings on the top right. We're next to edit page info.
Page roles.
Yeah. And it's saved. Yeah. So
just to admin.
Yeah, that would be good. Clearly, you've probably got overriding powers by the looks of that, so that's fine anyway. Type in. Ria may not be so easy to find, but can I get you to do Ria as well? Oh, there she is. She's easy to find. There you go. Top person. And give her admin too, because we'll get her to Now we should check that we are friends as well, because that's important for advertising. So if you haven't done already, I'm going to double check that. I'm pretty sure we are. So the only reason I say that because we could just as easily be friends on Fun Steve as well. So you know that we have Fun Steve and Marketer Steve. All right, cool. We're already friends, so that's good. Oh, look, we're friends 2 times. Awesome. That's what I thought we would be. Okay. Well, what we'll go to next. In fact, let's just hang in Facebook for now because we want to set it up. Let's go to your ads manager. You've done some advertising, I think, before. So, do your top right hand corner, you've got a drop down box, right? Top right. Top right corner drop down on Facebook.
Sorry, I just went straight to the business manager.
Yeah. Do you normally? How do you normally manage ads in the past? So see how it's got manage ads.
I've done it through the under this one, manage ads. Yeah.
Okay, is it Tim there? Yeah. So go for now. See the hamburger on the left hand side. So Facebook ads. There's the little 3 bars. Yeah, and go ads manager for me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do they look like the ones you would have done in the past? The ones. Is that right?
No, this was back in 2016. That was a different.
Okay, so this is
thing.
sort of classic. This is classic individual that's kind of got so much going on, right? So particularly for our older people,
Yeah,
when
and
get
then
stuff like this, they're so confused as to how they've done it. So how would you normally, in the past, how would you normally run an ad? So maybe go to
I've
business. I
gone
think you've
straight
got
to
your
business.
and then on the right hand side you've got this fella here, right? Yep, that's the one.
So I've
Click
got
on that.
for some reason I've got that account, but this is the one that I ran ads.
Yeah, click on that one. Yeah. And so what we should be able to do, go ads manager on the left-hand side for me.
Ads manager again.
Yeah, there. Close the tab to the left so we know that we're actually in the right one. So here's the more recent ones. Would this be right? Does that look more recent to you?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. So, so now, can I get you? So you'll probably just copy partial part of that for me, just the top URL, so we know this is your ads manager. So copy probably, I can't see it, but usually you'll get to a point where there's an ampersand and or something like that. We will need at least, I think there's 2 sets of numbers that we have to have so that we know that that's how we get in. But maybe just for now, copy. Yeah. I don't know why it's got so much information in there, but anyway, just copy that for now and then paste that into Basecamp for us.
I could always copy this whole
Yeah, just
URL
copy
and
the
then
whole lot.
shorten it.
Just copy the whole lot. Don't worry about shortening it. Just copy the whole lot and paste it into the Basecamp for us. Yeah, I don't want. If we shorten it, we won't be able to find it. So it's best just to have it. Yeah, just so that we know what it. I'll shorten it when we actually go and when I can see it, it'll be easier for me to work out what the shortened version is. Just go back to back into there. It will probably get a shortened as we go along anyway. So I'll get you to go, Tim, on the left-hand side, under or just above the notifications, there's the settings. Can I get you to click on that settings one for me? On the left-hand side down below, down lower. Yeah, stay low. There, that one. Yep. Right. And so I want you here. I think you've got people up the top there. See what happens if you go in there and do Stephen on the left-hand side. On the left-hand side, it's got people and it's got ads. So you're going to need to probably go Stephen G. No. See in the middle column where it's got Tim Beanland in it, right? So I don't know if you're going to be able to do this, but let's see. Go Stephen G. See if I start to come up. Yeah. So maybe you need to click on ad first. So click on ad. This is why I hate working in Business Manager. It's just awful, right? Anyway, what I might do is we may even be able to avoid doing it. Just go back out. Just go back out for me. So in other words, go.
What about admin access?
Yeah, you can try that. So it's tiny on my thing as well.
What if I just check this?
So admin access, you click on that, yeah. But at the same time, so enter email. Goes for me that'll be marketer at. It'll bring up. So it's marketer at diffysocial. diffysocial.com.au. And just click on that one, and then do the same ria at. you probably can do us both at the same time because we're both admins, right? So ria@diffusocial.com.au. You click on her and then go next, yeah. And now you're probably on the bottom or somewhere you just need on the right-hand side. Oh, actually, there's you. Pages. Do we go even for you? So you click on that one, which is Beantalking, isn't it? So click Beantalking, yeah. And then go admin access on the right-hand side, I think. So assign, so you just go, usually it's one thing you have to click on, it gives you access to it. So create ad, down the bottom it is, admin access, yeah. Yep. And then go invite.
Interesting. Yep, all of that's done.
I think what gives us what we need then. And then done, yeah. And we'll probably need to look out for that because I think it does come as an invite. You need to accept that invite because of, it's sort of higher level.
Yeah.
Did you get it? Okay. Just bear with me 1 sec. Oh. All right.
Access invite.
Yeah, you got it. I wonder whether you just get it as a notification.
Already accepted that on Facebook.
Did you get it as a notification on Facebook as well?
Notification, yeah.
You did? Okay.
Just through the Facebook, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just bear with me. I'm just waiting for mine to refresh.
Yeah, all good.
Oh. Goodness sake.
Oh, sorry.
All right. I just realised I was on mute and I've just accepted. So Tim, just go in here. Can I get you? So I've accepted mine. It sounds like Ria's accepted as well. So we should, by rights, be able to access it now. So what I'll get you to do while we're in here, just to click on the hamburger in business settings on the top left. And I want to see if you've got a pixel, and I want to see if you've got a saved audience. Oh, you won't have a pixel because you don't have a website to send it. I don't imagine you can put a pixel behind Spotify,
No.
right?
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that I do have set up that I am sending traffic to that should have a pixel on it is to, but yeah, let's open that up. Where would?
Okay, so maybe what we could do then.
Are you still there?
Yeah, I am. Sorry, I was on. So in here, let's go to your 9 dots above your little picture up the top there. And let's go, this is the right ads manager. And so let's go, let's start with audiences, right? I'd rather do audiences first. It's more, so below, yeah, click on that. And then we're going to create a saved audience. And then we're going to call it Beantalking 2020. And then I'm going to get you to put a, in your case, let's put a, what's a main thoroughfare for Wyndham? Or like, where's the council located? So what's the council street address? See where it's got Australia. Underneath Australia where it's got include, I just want you to type in there, what's a main street, even if it's the main street in Werribee.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. So I should know what it is. Hang on. What's that one?
If you like, you can just put in Werribee. In fact, now thinking out loud,
Yeah.
just write Werribee. But don't make it the city though.
Yeah,
That's why I see how it's got a drop down. So you might be able to include. So even if you did Werribee Zoo, it doesn't. What is that main street? I can't think of the main street.
I just need to add one.
The heck? In the middle. Oh, you've gone astray. So just I'm going to type in what the council address is. I'm going to Google it. In fact, you probably could do it just as fast as me. So go out and just on the right hand side, just open a new tab and just write Wyndham City Council in a new tab on the top right. Just a new tab, yeah.
Maybe Wyndham.
What's this? Well, maybe if you wrote Wyndham City Council. Oh, there it is. What's that?
45 Princess Highway.
Yeah. The only thing is Princess Highway may have a couple of 45s, but put that in.
Yeah.
You could actually put your street address in if you wanted to. Nobody else knows this.
Yeah. True.
Just type your street address in.
Okay.
You don't need the number. Just do the street. It may not pick up on it being Werribee. It might just call it Melbourne, but it should know that that's Werribee. Can you see it?
No.
Okay.
Oh,
Princess Highway, 45 Princess Highway then.
Yeah.
45 Princes. Melbourne, or Werribee, sorry. Wyndham. It's Werribee, not Wyndham, probably.
Princess Highway or Herbie.
Yep, that'll do. And now I want you to make that at least probably 15 miles. And then you can get rid of the other Werribee, so that's sort of superfluous now. Then we might do the same. You might just write Essendon below it. Now, you know what? Actually, no, that's dumb. So get rid of Essendon, sorry. What you do, maybe we'll just do Melbourne. And what I think we'll do, in actual fact, is get rid of the. So for now, let's leave it like that. That's fine. That'll finish up being your big audience, right? And then you'll have a small audience, right? Have you worked with anybody in Geelong or Ballarat?
Not yet, no.
No, so don't have to worry about them
No.
at the moment. What age is your normal? What age is your typical podcast? Your typical person that's you're speaking with?
Yeah, good question. Just let me have a look at it. Here we go. So the listeners of it depends. There's almost two different audiences that I'm going out. There's listeners on the podcast, and then there's people that I'm doing like podcast producing work for. But for the podcast, it's males, sort of. So 28 to 44 are the two main demographics.
I would say that you would want to
Yeah.
do probably more than that. I'd do 26. How old are you, Ria?
26.
Are you allowed? Do you mind telling us?
Yeah, I'm 22, turning 23
Very
in a
young,
month.
right? So basically, if you've got graduates from marketing, really, you could probably put 20, 24.
Yeah, I mean those are the three
Yeah, that's
biggest
okay. But
demographics.
if you were to put them as a stack, you can see that you still have people that are actually a lot of the ones I see. You'd look at Jim Penman, right? For instance, he's much older than that, right? So again,
Yeah.
you want to attract Jim Penman types as well, right? So as you said, you have more than one audience. So that's way more specific than I was wanting to be. So let's go back to Facebook and let's just go 24. And I'm going to give you it. I'm going to say 24 to 54. Oh, actually, I'm not going to even put an upper limit because business owners are old often, and they're the ones that might want to use. You might want to just go, okay, probably 59, let's say.
Yeah.
You've interviewed your dad. I'm imagining your dad's in his 50s, right?
Oh, my uncle, yeah.
Oh, the uncle,
Yeah.
yeah. You don't need to be male,
He's
female. I don't think it's not really a podcasting. It's not male, female. What I'll get you to do in the interest now is just go business owner. And then click on as many of those as you like and as many of those that sound kind of appropriate, right? And you don't have to keep writing it. Just click on suggestions. And then once you've got enough business owner ones, then maybe type in entrepreneur.
yeah.
And then I'll get you to type in WordPress in the middle. Up the top, go WordPress as a search thing.
Yep.
Business owners normally have WordPress.
I have WordPress.
Yeah. And then it'll give you a few other suggestions. You might do Wix. You might do a few other things. You might type in podcast. You better type in podcast.
Okay. What else would there be for podcast? So
The other thing you might want to type in as well, Tim, is Xero, Xero. Anybody that owns a business generally is either using Xero or Mile.
MYOB as well.
Would content creation be one?
Possibly won't come up. That's the only thing. It's probably a bit specific, but you can try communicate.
Yeah.
I think let's see how big this audience is. I think it's going to be big because of Melbourne. So let's just go in there again. How big is that? Yeah, get rid of Melbourne. Just take Melbourne off for now, and we'll create that as a second audience, right? Take Melbourne off. How big is that? 300, is it?
300.
Yeah, save that.
300, 400.
Let's just save that for now, and let's move on. We'll talk about any ads that we might run at it later on, yeah. But that's all been set up. You now have a saved audience. I'll get you to click on that and just copy and paste who that audience is. Just because of time, I don't think there's a need of them. Just copy that from the bottom to the top, Tim, and just paste it into Basecamp so we know that we've made a start on that.
Yeah.
We also know that it would be very easy for us to create a big and large audience there, right? So paste. And just go back to that page. I'm thinking if you go in there and click in there at the moment, see, it's still such a long URL at the top. Anyway, that's all we need to do for now on Facebook. Let's just go, because we've got keys to it. We can access and do stuff, both your ads and your page. So let's go to your LinkedIn now at the top.
Mm-hmm.
And let's go. I think we'll leave your cover behind there the same.
I agree, yeah.
And realistically, you probably can leave any of that the same if you wish. Realistically, I don't know that we need to change any of that unless you really wanted to. Just the main thing is just to make sure it's complete. I am podcaster and marketing nerd. I help business. Okay, so the only problem with it doesn't talk about Beantalking, right? So I would work back. I would basically, what we did before, the copy and paste. We need to use the start thing should be talking about. So copy that all first in the first place, and then let's copy all this, and then let's work out what we're going to actually keep in there. Right, so cut that out for now, paste it into Basecamp, put it at the bow, or we'll just say old. And then copy your Twitter one without the email address. So you just go the stuff that says that it's on Apple, and so just go all the way to there. Yeah, that's it. Copy that, and then paste that back into. You're not going to need to have Tim Beanland again. You'll just paste that in there. What you'll go is founder been talking with. So keep your microphone. I like the microphone in there. Just get rid of. Start again. Paste it all back in, and just. You just call it founder and podcaster of, and for space, just make it an ampersand and, not a full and.
Yep. Yep. Come on, where is it?
You probably could use a stick instead of so at the end of peak performers, then you would use a divider. So you would basically use the stick that's above the return key, the backslash. So just to create like a goalpost. It's a stick. You know the one I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know. Yep. Sorry, so it wasn't that. It was which one?
Because it's very small on my screen, I think you've got basically founder and podcaster of. Actually, you just go. Is it podcaster at Beantalking? Not of Bean. You're the founder of and podcaster at, aren't you? Founder of and
Stick that.
podcaster at.
Yeah. So do an at.
No, just write at AT. Yeah. Founder and podcaster at been talking with peak performers, and then I want a stick that says the spacer, so that basically then you finish that bit of sentence, right? And then you're basically going to say available or listen via. Is that what the next bit says? Listen. Yeah. So then you would say listen via capital L. Listen via. Yeah. Yeah. And then you do another stick to. So you don't need full stops. You just have sticks to space the next thing, right? So another, so a space and then a stick and then another space. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I've done it there.
So just bring it back so that you don't need the full stop there anymore. That's all. So get rid of the full stop and just do a stick again. So at the end, yeah. I think I'm a bit delayed, so I'm not seeing it yet. Yep.
Yeah, I've done it.
And so then what did you take out? So because what you could basically doing because then the next thing would be the other stuff. You could say marketing and such nerd. I can't remember what you said. Maybe I don't know if you need to say podcasting again, but you could actually talk about that you're talking with, whatever you used to say.
Yeah. Podcast production. Yeah. Maybe because the other asset that I have that I haven't talked about is the Facebook group. How to start a podcast. I know that's a page. I set up a group.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it a group. I wouldn't call it a Facebook group on here, but you could basically say,
Jesus, where's it gone?
yeah, what you could, in that case, I would call yourself the podcaster at Beantalking, and then you might say founder of How to Podcast, and then put that as the last thing.
Yeah.
And we've got about, I reckon, a few minutes. To be honest, I've got someone else jumping on in a second.
Yeah, no, all good. I might leave it for now and
I don't like to
come
leave
back
it.
to.
I prefer not to leave it like that because it leaves you hanging. So just go for a start. We haven't got access to your LinkedIn company, so just for now,
Yeah.
just you can finish that off. So, but yeah, so you've saved that founder at, right? Save. That's fine. At least you then just make sure you keep going. What we need to make sure we do. So scroll down. Have you got a company page?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Yeah, scroll down there. And so Ria, we'll just need to click on your icon so we get there. And on the admin tools, I'll just get you. Well, firstly, let's update the photo so it's a picture of you again up the top.
Oh yeah.
That's it. So good brand consistency across everything. Bring yourself down. That's it. Hopefully the blue band will disappear, and so once you go save, you'll be able to see a little bit more of the top. And then where it says up the top, it's got admin tools, and we'll just get you to go manage admins. If you can just add Steve. Yeah. And then Ria. Yeah. And save. And then, so that's good. We can just update what we need to do there, Ria. We'll do that. If not today, we'll do that before next week. So just close that so we can make that consistent with other things. and we'll just update your taglines and all that sort of stuff. Do you have a Hootsuite at the moment, Tim?
No,
Okay.
I don't. Oh,
Can I get you to go back to the Can I get you to go back to your LinkedIn company and just copy and paste the URL of the LinkedIn company as well into yeah, copy and paste. The other thing, I just want to make sure that you're consistent. Just no, we haven't probably got time for that. So we've added ourselves. Anything that we need to finish off, I'll write it in the write up, right? So I'll make sure that we know what we still need to do, right? And I'll make sure that we do that together next time we get together. Can I get you to go now? Yeah, if we go back to LinkedIn and just where it's go to your profile at the top where it's me, because I imagine you. I just want to make sure your contact details are up to date. So go view profile. When did you last pay for that gold? Are you paying for it, or is it free at the moment?
That was I think a payment went through 2 days ago or something.
Really, if it's got a cooling off period, I'd suggest you take advantage of it. There's no need to pay for that. We'll talk about how you use that. I take it every now and again, just when it gives it to me free.
I kind of just.
So can I get you to just click on contact info,
Sorry,
Tim?
I cut you off there. What did you say?
Oh, I was just saying you're better off saving $200 or $300 a year, and just using it properly. So we'll talk to you about that. But yeah, in here, just click on the pencil. So good on you for making your profile your name properly. So that's great. Just click on the pencil again. I would go add website and put the Spotify website in there. And so up the top where it says add website.
Come on.
And then just instead of saying personal, just click on other, say other, and then go other, and then go Spotify Beantalking. So we're underneath, you just write in there, yep, Spotify dash Beantalking. Yep. And then add another one. And then here,
iTunes.
here you might, if you've got Apple, if you want to put Apple in there as well. Yeah, other Apple, and then the other one, if you're using it in the main one that you're using, if you're using it for your videos, you might want to put your Instagram.
Yep.
Because I think you can do 3. You're gonna have to make sure your links are updated on any of these Spotify and other ones, Tim. So you've got all updated links now. Remember. So paste that URL in there.
Yep.
So just paste the URL into the top part. Yep. No, wrong way around. Other way.
Yeah. Oops.
It's all right. We're getting to the end of a reasonably long session. I just call it Instagram Beantalking. Yep. I'd put your phone number in here. Not many people, so it's mainly going to be people that you're trying to track. And I would talk about the fact that you're based in, you might just say Melbourne, Victoria in your address. You've already got your Twitter. That's your personal Twitter by the looks. And just go save.
Yeah, it is. Cool.
Yep, cool. In future, I would suggest you might want to consider connecting that to your Beantalking Twitter instead of your personal Twitter.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be more advantageous for you. If you want me to,
Yeah.
I can show you how to do that. Close, yeah. Ria, we'll need to create. So what I'll get you to do, Tim, we'll create the Hootsuite account, and we'll also do if this then that, which just means any post that we do to Instagram will also go to Twitter. But I'll get you just to go to Basecamp now, and I think you can push send. I think we've got probably anything. So if you go add comment, and so we'll just use for both if this then that, and as well as Hootsuite Ria, we would just use the same email and password as what he's got for Instagram and Twitter. Yeah. I'm just going to stop the recording now because I think Evelyn will probably jump on in a minute.